Welcome back to the deep dive. This week, we're diving into a really fascinating moment in fashion, actually. One that captures this whole idea of an ending and a beginning kind of happening all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So picture this. The fashion world, it's September 5th, 2025, and everyone gets the news about Giorgio Armani passing. A true icon.
Such a huge loss.
Yeah,
Tributes everywhere, this huge void felt. But at the exact same time, in Tokyo, this whole new wave of creativity was just, well, exploding.
it really was. It's quite something, that contrast.
Yeah, it speaks volumes about fashion just constantly moving forward, even while, respecting its history.
And what's so interesting about that timing, like you said, is that Tokyo Fashion Week SS 2026, that spring-summer,
Yeah,
for anyone not glued to the fashion calendar, it wasn't just happening, it felt like a statement.
right.
It ran September 1st to the 6th, 2025. And the goal wasn't just showing clothes, it was really about redefining Japanese fashion, globally.
The mission seemed pretty clear. Position Tokyo not as just following trends, but as, well, a place where the future of fashion actually starts.
Yeah.
An epicenter.
That's a big ambition. So for you listening, what does this all mean? Well, our mission here is to sort of unpack the surprising bits, the key trends, and maybe the thinking behind what made this Tokyo Fashion Week feel so important.
Yeah, get to those aha moments.
Exactly. Help you get up to speed on what's happening in Japanese fashion, which is just so dynamic. So let's jump in.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first, maybe the basic structure, because it wasn't just those few days in September, was it?
No, not at all. While the main runway shows, the core of Rakuten Fashion Week Tokyo, were packed into September 1st to 6th. The whole thing, the Rakuten Fashion Week Tokyo 2026 SS, was way bigger.
Right.
It actually kicked off way earlier, August 10th, and ran right through to October 11th, 2025. So think showrooms, special presentations, other events, much more than just a week.
Almost 2 months, wow. And who could go to these things? Was it all industry only?
Well, that's interesting, too. It was mixed. Some events were clearly marked open to public, which is great, kind of blurring the lines.
Yeah, I love that.
Others were strictly by invitation only,
Mm-hmm.
for buyers, press, the usual suspects. Kept that exclusive buzz going.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had some all-access events, and even really specific ones, like I think Divka's showroom needed an email appointment.
Huh.
So it's this multi-layered thing, really comprehensive, catered to different crowds, but still felt curated,
Sounds like a whole ecosystem. And
Yeah.
you mentioned before we started that there was a kind of unifying idea this season, a philosophy.
Yeah, I think so. If you sort of step back and look at the bigger picture, the theme that really defined it for me was this symphony of contradictions.
Okay, intriguing name. What do you mean by that?
Well, designers weren't avoiding opposites. They were actually embracing them, blending them really skillfully.
Like what kind of opposites?
Think timeless simplicity, but woven together with really futuristic experiments.
Mm-hmm.
Or understated elegance right next to bold graphics. Minimal black and white, suddenly bursting with bright color or nature themes.
Ah, okay.
It's not just mixing styles, it feels deeper, like a philosophical thing that feels very Tokyo, challenging what fashion should be.
A symphony of contradictions. Why do you think that feels so specifically Japanese? What are the roots of that?
That's a great question.
Mm.
I think it connects deeply to Japanese aesthetic principles, like wabi-sabi, finding beauty and imperfection, things not lasting forever.
Oh, right, which contrasts with their incredible craftsmanship sometimes.
Exactly. Or their deep respect for nature, which they then mix like super high-tech fabrics or ideas about city life. It's finding balance between things that seem totally different.
Like a cherry blossom and a skyscraper kind of thing.
Precisely. That tension. And when you see things that shouldn't quite work together, but they do, it makes you look closer, right? Makes you think. So for you listening, maybe think about how that tension works in other art forms too.
That really clicks. Okay, so building on that idea, who were the designers really pushing boundaries? Maybe treating fashion almost like engineering, the alchemists of the avant-garde, as our notes say.
Yeah, good way to put it.
Yeah.
Haruto Bumurata comes straight to mind. Their collection was really meditating on that city versus nature idea, a classic Tokyo theme.
Mm-hmm.
But the innovation was subtle. They layered, get this, up to 50 pieces of incredibly light organza
50 by hand.
by hand
Yeah.
to make these dresses that just had this quiet, almost ethereal glow. It takes incredible patience.
Wow, that's dedication. And they did something with denim too, right? Which sounds like a contradiction in itself.
Exactly. It was their first time using denim, and they spent over 20 hours hand-smocking each piece.
20 hours on denim.
Yeah, that traditional embroidery technique, gathering and stitching. They turned this everyday fabric into something that felt like a tribute to this idealized nature. And the colors are soft blues, pale pinks, greens like a watercolor landscape.
That's beautiful. City, nature, incredible handwork. Feels like that level of detail is key now. What about Fetico? They got a lot of buzz, too.
Absolutely. Fetico was exploring the depth of her, channeling female artistry, but with this kind of stoic strength.
Okay.
The designs were amazing. There was this mini dress with radiating cliché, that crinkled texture. It looked like it was moving.
Dynamo.
Yeah. And denim again, but this time with damask patterns woven in. Super luxurious. And they didn't just do clothes. They launched their first bag, the Arch.
Expanding the vision.
Right. Shows that innovation isn't just the dress, it's the whole look, the accessories, everything making one powerful statement.
Definitely. But okay, innovation wasn't only about techie stuff. Some designers were using fabric to tell stories, right? More poetic.
Absolutely. Poetic tales and fabric. And the standout there has to be Haute Mode Harada. It was their 100th anniversary.
A century. Incredible.
And the show, it wasn't just hats. It was like sculptural art, 31 pieces. Things like this architectural black shape called Notre Dame, and then vibrant hats made from washi paper. You know, traditional Japanese paper.
Yeah.
Inspired by the Anuwari Buddha Festival lights.
Using washi paper for hats.
Yeah. Reimagining straw and manila hemp with washi artistry. Floral designs that look so light. Almost ethereal, but strong, too. It totally made you rethink what a hat could be. More like wearable sculpture.
That sounds breathtaking. And speaking of big moments, Sumora Chisato returned too.
Yes. A huge return for her 35th anniversary. The collection was called Gratitude.
Oh.
And honestly, it was just pure joy.
Like how?
Like a toy box flipped upside down, someone said.
Yeah.
Playful motifs everywhere. Hearts, rainbows, the earth done in sequins, knits, intricate jacquard weaves.
That woven-in pattern fabric.
Exactly. Apparently the emotion was just palpable. Some journalists were actually crying tears of joy.
Really?
Yeah, it just shows how fashion can be this really personal, emotional thing, telling a story that connects.
That is the magic, isn't it? When it goes beyond just clothes. But, okay, Tokyo isn't only about the runway. There's the whole other side of the street style, the concrete catwalk.
Oh, yeah. Can't talk Tokyo without talking street style. Shibuya, Omotesando, Ginza. The streets were buzzing. Really lived up to the city's reputation.
What stood out there this season?
Just that unwavering authenticity, you know, that rebellious spirit. It's always a mix of global and local, and this time, wow.
Like what? Give us some examples.
Okay, so you'd see these like really flowing, maybe romantic dresses paired with chunky combat boots.
Love that contrast.
Exactly. And accessories were huge, maximalist everything, turning simple outfits into statements. It feels like a real fashion democracy there. Inspiration comes from the ground up just as much. We even saw a comeback of some iconic Harajuku styles like Jaru and Lolita, you know, those really distinct looks.
Yeah, the super glam or the doll-like ones.
Right. Seeing them reemerge, maybe remixed, just proves that influence flows both ways. Subculture is still inspiring things.
That fashion democracy idea really resonates. And there was that viral challenge, wasn't there, with the thrifting?
Oh, yeah, that was brilliant. This local influencer tried to put together a whole Fashion Week outfit for under 5,000 yen, just from thrift stores.
That's like, what, $35? Did they manage it?
I think the journey was the point. The fails, the wins, it just hammered home that true style isn't about the price or the label. It's about your own eye, your confidence.
So true. When you see things like that, what does it make you think? What's really inspiring when fashion's used with that personal spirit?
For me, it's that ingenuity. It proves the best outfit isn't the most expensive. It's the one that feels most you. It's about self-expression, the fun of finding things. It makes fashion feel accessible, not exclusive. You know, for you listening, what do you find inspiring when style is that personal?
Yeah, it really comes down to that sense of self. Okay, so let's bring it back to the collections in the street style. What are the actionable trends? The wardrobe of tomorrow from Tokyo SS 2026 that people could actually wear.
Okay, one big thing was fluid textures and rebellious romanticism.
Break that down for us.
So think soft, easy designs, flowing shapes, soft knits, sheer layers, that subtle plissé pleating again, comfortable, adaptable.
Nice. And the rebellious part.
That came through in the prints. Really bold florals, sometimes almost hallucinatory, digitally messed with. So you get this mix of delicate shapes, but these prints that feel a bit dangerous, fragile but edgy.
Interesting. Like a sheer dress with the glitchy floral pattern.
Exactly. Serene but modern.
Yeah.
You could do it with, say, a flowing printed skirt and a simple top, or a sheer blouse layered. Comfort, but with attitude.
I like that. Then there's the grunge revival. Always a bit risky, that one. Could feel like just copying the 90s. Did Tokyo make it fresh?
I think they did, yes. Plaid shirts were back, leather jackets, rock vibes. But the way they were styled felt new.
How so?
Often layered over softer things, like those fluid dresses we mentioned. It wasn't just ripped jeans, More like a sharp, maybe oversized plaid blazer worn with a silk slip dress. Or a distressed leather jacket, but over tailored trousers.
Ah, so it's rebellion, but more. Polished. Intentional.
Yeah, exactly. A lived-in feel, but elevated.
Yeah.
This pure nostalgia, more about adding a bit of raw edge back into things. Understated. Cool.
Got it. And what about bridging past and future? That fusion of old and new?
That was really beautiful. Celebrating Japanese heritage. We saw traditional fabrics like actual kimono textiles used in really modern designs.
Okay, examples.
Imagine a sleek trench coat, but made from gorgeous, subtly patterned kimono silk. Or modern wide-leg pants, but with intricate traditional style embroidery.
Wow.
It's this sophisticated way of redefining classics. It connects you to history, but feels totally current. A reminder of that continuous renewal in fashion, like that paradox we talked about earlier.
Great connection back. Okay, and finally, fluid fashion. That seemed like a big theme globally. How did Tokyo interpret it?
It felt really core there. Gender-fluid designs, yes, but more than just oversized clothes. It felt like a statement about identity, freedom, reflecting how people, especially younger generations, are rejecting rigid labels, seeing clothes as just clothes, a canvas for whoever you are.
So lots of oversized outerwear, loose trousers.
Yeah, relaxed tailoring, silhouettes that don't scream masculine or feminine. It's about encouraging personal style, letting the person define the clothes, not the other way around. It feels genuinely liberating, and Tokyo is really championing that.
So wrapping this all up, this deep dive into Tokyo Fashion Week SS 2026, it feels like the legacy isn't just the clothes themselves, amazing as they are.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really about reminding us that behind every garment, there's a human story, right? A vision, a whole cultural conversation happening.
Exactly. The designers aren't just making clothes. They're visionaries creating genuine excitement, telling these stories. The whole week felt like a fashion fanfare, that was a phrase used, designed to get across the fun and the emotion of it all.
Yeah.
And it's such a collective effort. Every detail, from how a shoelace is tied to one single pin placement, it's all thought about. So these unique voices really come through. It's passion, precision, pushing boundaries.
So the big takeaway for you listening, maybe it's that the future of fashion, the way Tokyo showed it, isn't just about what we wear. It's about the stories we choose to tell, the problems designers solve, the authentic selves we express, without being boxed in by old rules.
No said.
So maybe the question to leave you with is, this season, what kind of story is your wardrobe going to tell? We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.